Hey, this is Danny at Speedtrap. Just want to go over our new kit for the John Deere Q850, well, Q8 series, and also the Z900 series. And this kit will also retro back to any 7-iron deck, basically. All right, first want to go over what comes in the kit. You get the chute. You get any variant of these mounting brackets. The standard mounting bracket is takes 2 bolts and comes with a stopper, and then we have this will cover the 72s, and if you elect to use a magnetic arm, this is the same setup with that, and we'll cover how to install that as well. So what comes in the kit is basically the chute, the mounting bracket, a parts bag with a spare carabiner and the parts that you need to install, and then we have the manual, and we've got an install insert. The install insert is the one-page pamphlet that is basically just an introduction to installation for all the kits, but really the answer is really right here. You scan this QR code. This will open up larger pictures that you can view on your phone and take it out with you to your garage when you put the kits on. So a lot of guys don't even need these because these kits are really simple, but that's what's going on. If you want really detailed information, just scan the QR and it will take you to blown up pictures that you can expand. Okay, so there's really not too many steps to this. There's one extra step because this is the Q series, the standard in the 60, and we'll run this cable eye. All you really need to do at first is just set this mounting bracket up against the upright that Deere has. There's 2 square holes that are in the upright, and you just fasten one of these bolts through each of those. Now it's a little tight on the back side of this one underneath the stopper, so once you get that, you'll be good. But other than that, nice and simple. So we always use an impact for these. It's 1/2 inch. All right, that's on. Next step, what you can do is pull the pins off the chute and then just slide the chute into the mounting bracket like so, and the chute itself is pretty much ready to rock. The next step on the Q is to grab the cable eye, and that will go on this deck arm that holds the rod that lifts and lowers the deck. So, and Chris, can you pan in and show them about where we're putting that? So you put it just north of this adjustment here, and you want to make sure that when you open and you lift and lower the deck, there's nothing binding there. So, but just right about there. So just tighten that up just a hair so it's on there. And you gotta give those the berries when you're tightening them, because they want to walk around because of the style of stopper or jam nut. And then all you do is you just bring your carabiner up and attach it across the stabilizer in the front. Okay, so these are tight fit on the Deeres, a lot more tight than the other manufacturers. And these are also, just a little tidbit, these are designed to be the weak point in the system. If you really hook the cable, you want to break the carabiner. We don't want to flip the mower or cause an accident. So these are intended to be weak, not to be manhandled. We do issue a spare in all the kits, as you can see. That comes in there. All right, so once you got this, you just want to make sure that the chute clears that, and then just give her a little tighten. And again, they like to walk around, so you got to hold it tight. There you go, and then there's a jam nut there to reinforce it so it doesn't loosen up on you. All right, again, chute clears that. And then you just want to make sure that when you raise and lower, that there's no binding, nothing's touching, okay? So no interaction. And that's the install for the standard kit with the standard stopper. The chute will flip back and it rests against the stopper. And when you're ready, Just grab your cable and you flick it down. You can also hold it at varying angles. If you're in between beds, you can lift it up wherever you want it, and you're good to go. So one other note I will talk about real quick, in case you don't see the overview video, is the chute raking that we did. We experimented with a lot of testing on the 7-iron chutes, and 80% of the Deere discharge comes out about from right here and down here. So there's hardly anything that comes out the back. So you will see extended raking down below the deck in the front, okay? We've radiused this corner, but just don't rely on your anti-scalpers. You know, you're getting great protection with these kits, but if you're around exposed tree roots or you're slammed down, dragging spindles, cutting low, and you're going over some obstacles or some hills, all you gotta do is just raise this up a little bit. To get that chute up off the ground, you're still gonna be blocking, and you'll protect the chute from getting mangled. There's some adjustment in the mounting bracket. If you don't like that raking, you can loosen these up. You can raise this up a 1/4 inch, and you can retighten this and raise that up a 1/4. But without that raking, you're not really going to get the protection you need from a 7-iron deck. They discharge completely. All these decks discharge different. So but a quick note on that. But if you have any questions, go ahead and email Danny at speedtrapchute.com. Give us a call. You can drop a note below in the comment section as well. So thanks a lot.